When I was a musician, my goal was to live a creative life and tour the world. When it became a reality that that wasn't going to happen, I just didn't know what I was going to do with my life. So when I found this career and when I realized that I could live a creative life, get paid well, and travel the world, I'm living my dream. When I was a teenager, I used to do these silly videos with my mates. We basically wanted to be jackass. And I would film that stuff on my mate's video camera, and that was the first sort of experience. But I never had the thought that I could do this as a career until my little sister actually started dating a cameraman. So I decided that I just had to do this. I was finally able to afford a Sony FS7 Mark II. And the day I got that camera, I was like, I have made it. Once I'd been doing this for, I think it was about a year, and I was finally starting to get a bit of traction. I did get diagnosed with cancer, and that was a really hard point because I felt like I was on a roll, and that really meant that I wasn't able to work. People weren't hiring me, and so there was a lot of anxiety in that moment as to how I was going to continue this career. I finished the treatment and I had a 2-month period where I was waiting to see if I was going to have to redo treatment or if I was going to be fine. And I felt like very anxious and I felt like I needed to do something for me. So I threw a mattress in my van, I threw my guitar in my van, and I put my Sony FS7 in the van as well. And I just decided to drive down the east coast of Australia. And I want to continue this documentary series that I'd started. I just found a few creators that I really liked, and I called them up, like cold called them, and I was like, look, I'm coming down your way. Can I shoot a documentary on you? And both of those guys said yes, and I literally just parked my van in their driveways, slept in my van, and shot these documentaries over a course of a week. That went on to win me my first ACS award ever, and it also went on to win me a Gold Tripod, which is the award that I'm most proud of. Something that I love about the Sony lineup is there's so many different tiers of cameras. Instead of shoehorning the biggest camera or the camera that suits the ego, I like to choose the camera that's right for the job. And that's not always the biggest cinema camera, and that's not always the biggest codecs and the biggest lenses or anything. Sometimes that's just something that's small and modest. Part of my process is going into a rental company, grabbing the camera that they've got, ripping everything off it, and then just adding little bits onto it till it becomes exactly what I need for that job. I love the Venice, especially the Rialto system, because I can shoot really good codecs with heaps of depth to them, but I can shoot it in such a small form factor with the Rialto. It doesn't get in your way.
So Sinead.
Yes, Josh.
This is Changi Airport.
I had a job come through last year that was just a dream job. It was a travel job shooting food in Southeast Asia.
Chiang Mai.
What I wanted was a camera that was small, fast, easy to operate by myself, could go into any scenario and do it, but I could also carry onto a plane and it not be a problem. So I settled on the Burano, and it was really the only camera that I knew could do it. And I just made this really small football-sized rig that was so fun and so easy to operate. I put some tiny autofocus lenses on it, and it was just a dream to work with. It felt like the camera was just an extension of my body and an extension of the creativity instead of a hindrance. The Burano is marketed as a mini Venice, but the way I sort of see it is more of an FX6 Turbo, because it really has that form factor of the FX6, but it's got the abilities of the Burano. Something I think about a lot is what does it take to be successful? And I'm more of someone who likes to lead from the middle. I like to surround myself with good people, positive energy, and really put that out into the world.